Hello and welcome back. It's been a long time coming and I'm finally catching up. So today we are looking at Gram Prime and asking the ultimate question, is it worth it? Now in truth, Gram Prime is pretty much identical to Galatine Prime with some slight upgrades on the stats, which has led many people to believe power creep is real, and it has put into question a few things for me, which I'll get into later. But for now, let's look over the stats. Now, this is a Mastery Rank 14 heavy blade. It has a very slow attack speed of 0.8 and a block resist of 80%, which is quite impressive considering it's not a sword and shield. Total damage is 180, that's split into 135 slash, 9 puncture and 36 impact. It has 32% critical chance and a 2.6 critical multiplier, and my favourite part, because hybrid build, is a 32% status chance. Now the part which does actually concern me is this is potentially the most powerful weapon in the game at the moment. It's a bit slow, but damage wise it's up there. And it's still got a 5-point Riven disposition. Yeah, DE needs to start fixing these. Like, seriously needs to start fixing these. Now, this weapon does have a slight perk, as we've been getting a lot of lately. The slam attack. It covers roughly an 8 meter radius. And it's pretty much going to ragdoll everything, which is really nice. Although I have noticed that on occasion, about 90% of the time, this will do exactly 0 damage. But the nice fuck off button is always appreciated, and it is definitely handy in crowd controlling closely dense populations of enemies, because you can just do a ground slam, or if you're using Tempo Royale, just hold down the right mouse button, and that combo is basically CC central, so it's kind of handy. Now this weapon does have the slowest attack speed of all the heavy blades in the game, but I've basically used my Galatine Prime build with one slight difference, because Galatine I've had to make use of Weeping Wounds to be able to push that status up to a point of where the weapon will be able to scale exponentially. With the case with Gram Prime, putting two 60/60 mods basically puts you at over 80% status chance with this weapon, along with Drifting Contact, so I've had no need to put Weeping Wounds on, so I've used Condition Overload instead. That's right, I do not use Condition Overload on my Galatine Prime, because it doesn't need it, because it hits hard enough anyway. But with this weapon, why not? Or I could possibly use a Riven if I so wanted, because 5-point Riven disposition. Power creep much. Which has brought to light to me the simple fact of DE don't want us going up and beyond level 100 really, because the game's not intended to do that. But for some strange reason they keep giving us weapons that makes fighting level 3000 enemies an absolute piece of cake. So I'm a little bit confused, DE. What are you wanting? Are you wanting level 100s? Are you wanting Sortie to be it? Or do you want me to literally sit in Mott for 10 hours hitting things with Gram Prime? Because honestly, these are just level 155 corrupted heavy gunners and bombards, and it rinses them very effectively. I mean, and I'm even using corrosive. I could even go with a viral slash build just to half their health to get more out of those slash procs and just make it more and more entertaining. But for an overall scheme and balance of the weapon itself, because you're not always going to be fighting things that are as easy to kill as these, so I thought, you know what, 83% chance, corrosive procs, that's a pretty decent chance. I still get the slash procs, and the initial hits after the armor stripping will do exponentially more as I go along, so I've gone with corrosive. And it's kind of a little bit of a joke with just how powerful this weapon actually is, but you know, what can I say, I'm a very opinionated person, because you know, I'm allowed, it's the internet. So Grand Prime overall is a very, very good, and I do mean very good weapon, but it does sort of highlight a few issues that DE is struggling with at the moment. Virulent Scourge, Voltaic Strike, Berserker, Condition Overload, Blood Rush, Primed Pressure Point, Primed Fury and Drifting Contact is the build I have gone for. I have gone with Tempo Royale simply because of the right mouse button combo, along with the weapon's innate ability to have an 8 meter ground slam, which is stupid. I have compromised Primed Reach, or the range of the weapon, to try and get that attack speed up, so a bit more close and personal, but a bit more on the old DPS side, and it really does work, peeps. Anyway, that is me, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys pretty darn soon. Don't die, it's bad for the health. Ta-ra!